season 2, episode 8. At the end,
Mm-hmm.
we find out who Glitter Guy is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Detective Krebs, right?
Doctor. Yes.
Detective Krebs. Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised. Gee, were you surprised?
I mean, I guess not really.
Yeah, Sean, what about you? Were you surprised? I thought it was pretty predictable.
Why?
He fit the stature. You called it in one of the earlier episodes, and like, it made sense.
It made sense from a physical point of view, but
Yeah.
why was he in that position at all? That's the part that I felt was, I guess I was surprised by my own prediction. I'm still not sure why he's there and how does he fit into all of this?
Maybe I might be less surprised because we have viewers who watch our like weekly reviews and like they've been leaving comments and like the comments aren't spoilers per se
Okay.
because they're not, but one of the comments literally was just like, it's really suspicious how he is confronting the trio and Cinda and Poppy like at Bunny's apartment instead of at a police station.
Okay.
And I was just like, wow, that really is a really, really big red flag. So I thought that was a good indicator that something was wrong there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like normally you would bring them into the police station for questioning.
Well, they didn't do anything wrong.
Uh,
So you normally don't bring them to the...
but you bring them to the scene of the crime?
That's a little weird.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what I'm
why
saying.
the 3 of them were there in the first place.
Right.
That's the part I'm not sure either.
Well, the 5 of them
No, well, the
And
5 of them were there
Detective
because
Krebs,
the officer
called them.
called
yeah.
them up. Yeah.
So why would you call them up there? Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
not
point.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was I guess more predictable as the episode went towards the end because it elaborated on the different characters, and I feel like, Howard and Nina are kind of not in suspicion anymore, at least for me.
Yeah, because they're I agree, but you know who kind of is in suspicion for me now a little bit?
Marv is kind of out of the picture as well.
Yes, but that wasn't my question. My question was, do you know who's in the picture for me now still?
Well, I guess it's the love interest Jonathan because of the sneezing, but that's due to the cat allergy, right?
Yes, but that wasn't who I was thinking of, even though yes, he's also suspicious because of the cat allergy, whatever.
Well, the guy in the tunnel was sneezing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Can you move over a little bit? You're off center and it's bothering me.
Okay.
I'm OCD. And no, I agree that Jonathan, Howard's love interest, is a little suspicious because of the sneezing, right? So whatever. But where the fuck was Nina's? Sorry, I keep forgetting this isn't Twitch and I can't curse. But where the brownie is Nina's husband.
Yeah, that's true.
He was I don't know why he made like a really big impression on me, even though we've only seen him in one scene and it was like a really sketchy scene, but I just feel like they wouldn't introduce him for no reason, and it just seemed weird. Like it's dark because of the blackout, it's late at night, like where are you?
Couldn't he be working?
Sure, but what does he do? Like we don't know anything about him. Like I just feel like it's
But what would his motive be? If Nina's not the one who's motivated to...
Nina
a
could
part
be
of
he could be Nina's puppet master. Nina could be his puppet. Who knows?
I see.
Like they're in it together. Like the big whatever building restructuring thing. I don't know. I just think it's weird that he's not home.
Yeah, I mean, Nina and the husband they're definitely hiding something. We just don't know what that is yet.
No, I'm not suspicious of Nina.
Well, you are, and
No,
you're saying that
I'm suspicious of her husband.
Right, but her husband has no reason of doing anything if Nina is not involved.
That's not true.
You think he would do things by himself?
I don't know him.
Okay.
And therefore, yes, it's possible.
But it's a little late for that, isn't it? Like he hasn't been showing up anywhere. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing indicating that he has anything to do with this, apart from being related to Nina. But if Nina's not guilty of anything or part of the murder, then it kind of like doesn't make sense for the husband to be doing anything without her.
Yeah, it does. What if she has nothing? What if he is just using her for whatever?
Okay,
Like,
sure.
I don't know how he ties into the story, but we could
Mhm.
have easily missed something and he was tied in.
Yeah.
Like, one of the theories is like one of the things that we talked about last review was the theme of relationships, and that there's a potentially that there's a potential that Rose Cooper's granddaughter, grandson, or daughter or son or whatever, like a descendant is in the building. Probably. Why can't it be him? Could easily tie it back to that somehow.
That's plausible.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying, like, just because you're husband and wife doesn't mean you're on the same team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ideal.
But just
But-
looking at season 1, like, even Jan had some screen time. Like, not just like 2 minutes of screen time before we found out she was a murderer, you know? It sort of like folded in nicely. It wasn't like just at the very end. Well, there's only 2 episodes left.
Mhm.
At the very end, he appears, and then suddenly the whole thing is revealed there, right? That's the part that I'm kind of like, doesn't feel like it's him, but maybe he's involved. Maybe he is. Maybe they want to do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his involvement would be low. I don't know. I don't think he would be the killer because I think he just doesn't have enough screen time.
But I agree with Sean. Sean says he's not surprised, but he doesn't feel like Detective Krebs is the killer either. Could he be undercover? I don't think he's undercover. I think if anything, he's just trying to. He's like
I
trying to
think-
get glory.
Yes, I think he's
Yeah.
trying to save face and trying to, make this his case that he saw.
No, he's going straight rogue.
Yeah,
Like he's not following protocol. He's literally just like, give me that evidence.
yeah. He's,
Like, give me that
he's
thing.
literally attacking.
He
from-
attacked her for the evidence.
Yeah.
Like he's not going through the correct procedures for sure.
Right. So I mean that's kind of what I brought up like 2 episodes ago when I was like, what if it's the glitter guy is just some like stalker that's you know, like he's stalking the 3 of them and then they put that glitter bomb in the trash can and he wanted to look he looked in the trash can, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, but he's not a stalker. He's actively trying to investigate the case.
Right.
Like he's not stalking them just to stalk them
And I guess he attacked Mabel in the train or
for the
whatever.
evidence. Yeah,
For the evidence, right?
Right.
It's not like he was.
stalking her for no reason, just because she's hot. Yeah, like it's different.
Yeah. That's not. Stalking's not the right word, but
Right.
basically just trying to look for evidence.
Sure.
by following them.
Okay, but here's, I guess, for Detective Krebs, it seems like it's pretty sure he's a glitter guy,
Yes.
but I agree with Sean that he's probably not the murderer.
Yeah, and
Oh,
we
right.
said that. Like I think, like you said, we said that like 2 episodes ago. The person who's looking for the evidence might not
Right.
be the murderer. So yeah, we're all on the same page. What's your point?
One thing I'm confused about is that near the end of the episode,
Yeah.
someone bumped into his left arm.
He got stabbed by Mabel.
Yeah. But the thing is, I have to go back to like the episode where Mabel stabbed the guy, but I
Mhm.
thought the guy was stabbed in the right arm.
No, it's the left arm.
Oh, you sure?
I'm pretty sure because she was facing the camera, stab like you're Mabel,
Yeah.
I'm the guy, right?
So
Stab
it's-
here, and then she ran this way. Yeah, I'm positive it's left arm.
I think Mabel is stabbing with her right hand.
Yes, Mabel was stabbing with her right. He got stabbed on the left, and then she ran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should be
Alright.
right.
Yeah, I probably misremembered. So
But also, it's just like even if it's the wrong arm, it's like, what's the point of showing us that then if it's not the right thing? Like, I think it's pretty obvious that he's the one that got stabbed, because the conversation was also like, I could, I don't remember what the exact words were, but he said something like, I could arrest you right now. And then she said something like, yeah, like, I'm wondering why you're not. And I think it's because he's the one that got stabbed and he's the one that assaulted her first. So I think that's like, given the context, I think it's pretty clear that he was the one who attacked her and then she stabbed him.
Yeah.
So I guess the
So
only thing that tripped us up was his revealing that Detective Williams
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in town. So,
Right.
so I'm not sure how he plays into the cell phone text
Right.
business.
There's something wrong with the cell phone business because I think somehow, I think somehow the phone switched hands. Because
Okay.
if it never switched hands, it would have been Detective Krebs that texted them the message, get out of the building.
Yep.
And it was also Detective Krebs who told them Detective Williams is not here,
Right.
which would kind of contradict the fact if he was trying to leverage the fact that they thought that they were communicating with Detective Williams.
Right.
So somehow the phone must have switched hands.
Okay.
That's what I think, at least.
So I guess he had the phone when he texted to meet them at
Mhm.
the park, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the text before, when Mabel was texting the supposed Detective Williams, I thought they were saying that they would meet up or something.
Oh, okay, wait. So if that's the case, he must have gotten the information about the park after he already told them Detective Williams is gone.
Right, exactly.
So maybe he never even had the phone.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's possible.
So maybe somehow he got that information from the person who originally had the phone, whether it was like they were working together or he just like it's evidence that he found or something.
Yeah.
But he was not the original person who had the phone then.
Okay. So who could be? That's the question. If it's not Detective Williams, it's not Detective Krebs, then there must be a third person
Mm-hmm.
in this mix, which I'm not seeing.
No. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on. Who do we want to talk about next? Howard
Yep.
and Jonathan? What, like, it seems a little out of nowhere.
Which part?
Jonathan.
Like his appearance and the whole singing together and connecting.
yeah, it's weird as hell.
It's a little sudden.
You don't think that's just context to basically absolve Howard of the guilt or like being a suspect in this case?
Yes, but they could have easily done that without specifically Jonathan.
I see.
Like a person who sneezed.
Right.
Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, why add the sneeze?
Yeah, like that's very intentional.
So yeah, I agree. It's a little weird why they would like I don't think it's Jonathan because right now we have no context for Jonathan.
Well,
Um
I mean, couldn't it be Jonathan though? Because technically, the night. Okay, I'm not like Jonathan's not super high on my suspect list, but just playing devil's advocate, right? He sneezed because he was allergic to Sevalin. Just playing devil's advocate. A few hours before Bunny died, she was in the same room as Howard. Like when
Yeah.
she had that blowout with Nina.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I don't have any pets, but like, would it be possible, like, if she touched Howard, some of the fur from his shirt transferred to her shirt? I don't know, like if they hugged because
Yep.
it's like a celebratory party type thing,
Makes sense.
you know? So
Yeah.
maybe like he's sneezing because she got fur on her shirt from hugging everybody. I don't know. I'm just making this stuff up.
that's all possible and I think he is suspicious from that point of view. I just think the show would not this season would not be that satisfying if because he's brought in so late.
Mm.
At least that's my point of view. I mean, I don't know.
So you're saying he's a distraction.
I mean, I don't like that they included the sneeze, because if it is leading to Jonathan being the murderer, then that's like come on, man, this is episode 8.
Okay.
So like I don't know how they're gonna tie it in to make it feel satisfying that it ends up being Jonathan. So that's my main reason why I kind of don't think it's him.
Hmm.
Um, because I really want to believe that they're gonna tie it together nicely and leave it off a little more satisfying.
So who would it be for you for it to be satisfying?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what you want. Because I don't think it's Detective Krebs at this point. I think that if it was Detective Krebs at the end, that would have been pretty cool. But I think because they exposed him as Glitter Guy, I don't think Glitter. I think he's just hungry for attention. I think that's it. I don't think he's the murderer.
Right.
So I don't know. But Oliver, was it Oliver or Charles, did bring up the fact that like, oh, maybe there are two people working together on this, which is something we've talked about since like day one.
Mhm.
So I think that's like a foreshadowing that that's what it is. That there are multiple people working together. And I still don't understand why they would go after Lucy, because she was there that night, but she didn't see anything.
No.
So like, why go after her so hard? Like go in during a blackout, break the door down, carry a knife to like find the little teenage girl. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand. For me, it just seems far fetched still that it's like, oh, she was there that night and heard Bunny screaming, and she saw a guy in a black suit like trucking through the secret passageways. Like, I'm gonna kill her, even though she can't identify me in a lineup. Like, it just seems extra.
Wait, I'm confused. Was she not live streaming on her phone?
I don't think she was live streaming now.
She was just recording a video?
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe like for TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, but it was not live.
But she never posted it.
She never posted it. Or at least it seemed like she didn't, because in this episode, so I was confused because I thought, you know, that scene where Charles was putting her into a car a few episodes ago, and like that was when we first saw her flashback to the tunnel. I thought that was her telling him that she was there that night. But this episode, I think he said something like, you were here, you saw him. So like, I think like this episode, he actually found out that she was here in the tunnel that night.
Yes.
I don't know, that part was confusing for me. So
I don't think she ever revealed it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for her, it was just a memory.
Yes.
In that episode, right? And she revealed it this time, like she confirmed it this time. And again, so I think that's just proof that she never posted it. It wasn't a live stream. You know what I mean? I wish it was. If it was a live stream, like,
Then there is some agenda to basically
right,
get her, right?
right. Or if it was a live stream, she could have just shown his face. Like, you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
guess so.
But yeah, I just can't figure it out. Like, I just can't justify somebody killing her, like going out of their way to target her when she didn't even see anything, really.
Yeah.
You know? I think there has to be
Yeah,
more to it.
it's still very weird. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's gonna lead up to.
Like, he broke down a door
Yeah.
and like chased her through a secret passageway. I just feel like there's more to it than just being in the wrong place at the wrong time and not even seeing anything, you know? Okay, what else? Who else?
What about Marv? What about his theory about this 6th Street killer or serial killer?
That's just so out of nowhere. Like, thank you, next.
You don't think it's alluding to something? Even if it's not like the correct theory, the episode is trying to tell you something.
Honestly, Marv, I kind of like, I was kind of keeping a side eye on him because he seemed a little suspicious at the diner that a few episodes ago. But after this episode, I'm just like, you're just weird. Like, you're not a
Yeah.
killer, you're just freaking weird. Like a really, really, really big loose end for me is actually Cinda and Poppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what I'm looking forward to for the last 2 episodes. I don't know why. I feel like they're going to be playing bigger roles.
Okay. So you're saying they're part of this.
Somehow. Like I think they are more than just like bystanders that are podcasting and retelling the story. I think they're active participants. I don't know how,
Okay.
but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like that, like if you could tie Cinda in as the murderer somehow, I think that would be good.
Because you hate her.
I don't like her. I really don't like her. So maybe that's what it is. I want it to be Cinda. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like her.
But the evidence doesn't match up. Like, what's the motive here? Just to make a show?
Listen, she got bought out. Like her company was acquired. They gotta make something.
Okay.
They gotta keep investors happy.
Enough to
Yeah.
kill?
I mean, Poppy said there's a lot of dead bodies,
Yeah.
figuratively.
Figuratively. But again, no wait, but that's what it is. Like Poppy left it off on such a cliffhanger that like that has to be the next step per se. But again, every piece of evidence we've gotten so far has indicated that the killer is male.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Like the guy in the jumpsuit, the gray
Mhm.
jumpsuit, the black mask,
Mhm.
seems to be walking like a male.
right. Like even if even if there were 2 different people, they both seem to be male.
Right.
So I don't know. And then also like Alice?
Just disappeared.
Yeah, what happened, right? So
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get some closure on that one as well. I don't know, like in the previous reviews that we did for the previous episodes, I've been talking to some of our viewers in the comment section, and like there are some interesting theories out there. Like Alice being an artist, like maybe she, I don't know if you guys read the comments, but maybe she ties into this somehow. Like I know we thought like maybe she wanted the painting to like resell or whatever, but maybe she also forged that fake painting because you would need an artist to do it. And then there's also still Bunny's mom. Like there's still a lot of people that are suspicious as hell, but
Why is Bunny mom?
Bunny's mom,
Yeah,
why is
why?
she suspicious?
Why is she suspicious?
A lot of reasons. Like one, it just always felt like she knew more than what she was saying.
Okay.
Like it just felt like she was holding stuff back, okay? And then like it just felt like she knew a lot more than she was willing to let on. And then also she cared a lot more about it seemed like she cared a lot more about the painting than grieving over her daughter's death. So I don't know. No.
But she's like old. So it's kind of like she definitely didn't murder Bunny. So then it had to be someone strong enough to break down the door.
Mhm.
I think we can all agree that guy is probably the prime suspect for the murder of Bunny, maybe. Because it's the same MO with the knife, right?
That's true.
So there's a strong correlation that that person killed Bunny and was going after Lucy for some reason.
But then in that case,
Who could it be?
it could be Detective Krebs then, if we're saying that, and just in terms of timing and
Yeah.
being in the right or wrong place at the right time. Like lights off, he's a serial killer. Lights on, he's a detective again. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
very likely, like if that's the route that we're going, like okay, knock down the door, choice of murder weapon is a knife. Okay, so if that's like the pattern, then it's very likely. Like why else would he be there at that specific time? Talking to Lucy, nonetheless.
Right.
You know what I mean? It does
Yeah.
not make him look good. If we're saying that guy is the killer, yeah, it's not
But
looking so good.
it doesn't seem like he was moving like he was injured. Like the guy who was chasing Lucy moved pretty smoothly.
Oh,
Like when he's climbing down the ladder, it
You're
wasn't like he was
right.
struggling. He was just like boom, boom,
You're right.
coming
You're
down.
right. You're right.
What
You're
what do you
right.
think about his stature?
Like height or like
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be, as tall as someone like Detective Krebs.
He also seems a little bit bulkier
Yeah.
than
yeah.
Detective Krebs.
Yeah, so I remember Nina's husband, what was his name? Jared?
Jared was tall and lanky,
Yeah,
so
tall
it
and
wouldn't
lanky.
fit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe Will.
Who's Will?
Oliver's
Him?
Yeah, that's
son.
that's the other thing, right? It's like, what the hell is going on with the DNA test?
Right, and that's kind of why I'm kind of still keeping him on my
Why?
right.
Yeah, why are they dragging the DNA test? I mean, it has to be for some reason.
They might be dragging it because he's the murderer.
Well,
Maybe.
why would he murder?
I don't know. Because it's
He
in
doesn't
his
even
blood.
live in the building.
What?
He doesn't even live in the building.
Yeah.
Well, he used to as a kid.
Listen, only murderers in the building. Okay, this is not only murderers in the building, it's only murderers.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just not seeing the connection. I guess maybe
Yeah,
if he's
His
Teddy's
half brother pushed somebody off a roof, maybe.
Okay.
He maybe stabbed Bunny to death. I don't know. Could be in the blood.
That was an accident though.
Yeah, it seemed like an accident.
That wasn't like he literally pushed it
I
off.
just don't think they would drag it out. I just don't see why they would drag it out if there wasn't like some kind of big like boom.
Okay. What are they really dragging out? Whether he's Oliver's son or not?
Yeah, I mean we all know he's not.
Right. So then what exactly are they trying to drag out?
Maybe the confrontation between him and and Teddy Demas.
Okay.
And then maybe that would unveil something like it can't be it can't be Theo because the person chasing Lucy was able to hear,
Yeah.
right? Or at least seemed like they're able to hear.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Man, I'm running out of suspects.
I mean, Will is plausible still
Yeah.
because now that we know Glitter Guy is not him,
Right.
then he's free to move around in the background without being noticed that much.
If it really is Will. Wait, do you guys remember who got that text? Was it Oliver or was it Charles?
I think it was Charles.
Not Oliver.
Yeah, because he was trying to text and then Mabel took his phone during that on the set of Brazos, the Brazos set.
No, not that. What are you talking about?
He had Charles was holding the cell phone with the text, so
What
he had
text?
the number, the text from the
Oh,
thing.
it
So
was
Mabel took it
Charles?
from him
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
said, "You're
okay,
not
okay.
allowed to text."
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it was Charles
I
who
see.
who got texted.
If it was Oliver, it would be a higher suspicion for me
Right.
that it was Will. But because he texted Charles,
So how does he fit in?
any chance it's that Indian neighbor guy that asked about Lucy?
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
obscure. It's like 1 second of his FaceTime, and then suddenly he's the murderer.
Okay, what about the therapist? He looks like he'd kill for money.
Huh? What's his motive? Is
Money.
he not on the board? He's on the board, right?
He's on the board, so he
Okay.
saw Bunny the night that she died as well.
Okay.
One of our viewers, their theory is Howard and the therapist were working together. I think Howard is in the clear after this, but I could totally see the therapist killing for money. I take Venmo. That guy
Okay, for money, so for the painting.
for the
you're saying.
painting.
But why
that
would
be
they
too
frame
simple.
Oliver, Mabel, Charles? What's his?
Because
here.
none of them went to his therapy sessions.
He's that salty.
I don't know.
That's a
yeah,
pretty
no.
salty therapist.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
I'm reaching.
Yeah.
But I just can't think of anyone else that would fit that stature because Jonathan,
Uh-huh.
Howard's love interest, he also doesn't fit that stature.
He wasn't even there.
He wasn't
was
even
with
there.
Howard.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
can't be that guy.
Oh.
Ooh, this is a hard one. It's like 2 episodes left, and
There's only 2 episodes
still
left.
not enough clues.
Yeah, I mean, like, Howard was top of our list. Howard was top of our list. Who else? Marv.
Sure.
Marv was high on the
Yeah.
list, and both of them were taken out
Yeah.
this episode.
They did
Yeah.
that, I guess, intentionally.
Yeah.
To make sure.
Howard was never on top of my list because of his stature.
That's what I like. When I say our, I mean his.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said. Howard was always a little too big.
it just doesn't seem like Howard can move very well.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think the guy in the passageway seemed a little more nimble.
Like in the beginning, you're saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, at the beginning.
But honestly, again, one of our viewer comments, it would have made sense. Like Howard would have been a good suspect because, like Evelyn found her way to Tim Kono's apartment, so
Yeah.
it's like
He knows the tunnels.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not far of a stretch,
Yeah.
for him to know about the tunnels at all.
Right.
So I
Can
don't,
I-
I don't know.
Can I make a side comment?
Yeah.
So we still don't really know about Ursula and that like little suspicious moment.
No, and
Uh,
part of me is
but-
like, is that a setup for season 3?
I have no idea. So I'm still wondering about that. But I appreciated her
Her
gut milk.
hustle.
Her hustle.
Her hustle.
Gut
I
milk.
no,
You
I felt
gotta
the same
respect
thing.
the hustle.
Dude, you gotta respect the hustle, okay? First one's free. Drink up, bitches.
Is it really that good?
I don't know, but like,
I don't know.
I feel like it's like muscle milk.
listen, I'm assuming it's not good if she's pushing it so hard.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It's not selling like hotcakes.
dude, like you gotta respect the hustle. Like lights off. Oh my god, can we talk about? Speaking about hustle, can we talk about Lester? I felt so bad for
Oh
him.
damn.
Dude, like Nina, I was like, what kind of Asian culture did you grow up in? Like, you're supposed to respect your elders. How you talk to him like that, right?
Like flexing him on.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't get. I don't get
14
her.
flights of stairs
She's like, she's mean and nice
at the same time. Yeah.
She didn't say like, oh come on in, come on. You
No.
want a drink of water
She's
or
like,
something?
fine. Like, if you must sit, or like, she's. It's exactly like what you said, G. Like, she's both mean and nice at the same. It's confusing.
Well, she was nice at the end. Like she was like, why don't I make you this position? I forgot what the position was
Yeah,
called.
director
Resident
of whatever,
something.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's giving me whiplash. Like, I hate her one second, and the next second she's really nice. And like, I guess part of it is just like, maybe that's like the perception of being a New Yorker. But like, I'm a New Yorker. I could be a little tough sometimes, but I would never make an old man walk up 14 flights of stairs. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
yeah.
Just for a baby thing. I guess the baby was really controlling her
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
because he wouldn't stop crying.
Okay, well, maybe you should have sent your husband down the 14 flights of stairs. But, where was he? Maybe running through the tunnels? Trying to kill a little girl? Maybe. Like, I just, it's just so suspicious to me that we don't know where the hell he was. Like, where he at? Hey, yo!
I
Hey,
mean,
yo,
people
Jared!
work, you know.
I know people work, but it's it's not like a building-wide thing. It's like a whole, like, what, like, how big was it? Like, the whole city?
Yeah.
So, like, where are you working?
Well, he needs to come back. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why he wouldn't be there. Yeah, it's not like he teleports immediately to the building.
But, like, she never even mentioned him.
That's true.
There was never even, like, a reason. Like, oh, yeah, like, he's working. Or, like, oh, yeah, like, he's busy. Oh, yeah, he's taking a dump. Like, there
Okay.
was, like, nothing.
Yeah. Well, clearly he wasn't there
Yeah.
in the apartment.
And I don't like that.
They're married, right? They're husband and wife. Was that ever specified?
I don't think it was specified. I just assumed.
Okay.
Yeah, I just assumed they were married. But I guess you're right. It wasn't specified.
So it could possibly be like a boyfriend, girlfriend.
A baby daddy.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. I just don't know who else would fit the build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think is gonna happen next? Now that they know glitter guy.
Wait, one other comment was
Hmm?
so like okay, I don't know if this is just part of the show, but everyone seems a little too calm, especially Lucy after being chased.
Oh yeah, I'd be freaking hysterical. Like I,
Yeah,
I am
I don't
not.
know how she can keep so calm.
Like how old is she? Like 14, 15, 16? Like I am in my mid 20s and I would be crying.
Wait, did she see the knife though?
I don't think you have to see it to be
Yeah, you don't have to
hysterical.
see the knife if someone's chasing you down
Yeah.
these passageways.
Like I'd be
Fucking
crying.
creepy as
That's
hell.
fair. That's
I'd
fair.
be crying. Like I don't have to. Like if I see the knife, I'd probably kill myself. Like I'd faint. Like. But
So what? You're saying she's guilty or what?
No, I'm not saying she's guilty. I'm just saying it's unrealistic. Like I can't handle it. I'm a grown ass adult. Like I can't handle it.
I mean, Charles was pretty calm.
Yeah.
It's like,
But like he's
hey, what's up?
lived his life, you know. Like he's good to go any minute. Like he's lived a full life.
No, but like when they met
He's-
with Lucy, it was like, oh, okay, hey, what's up?
I don't
You're
He's
good?
lived a
You're
full
good.
life.
You good?
He's lived a full life, and he's still thinking about getting together with Jan. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got big ass balls.
Is horn dog.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sean said, is the waiter a suspect?
Ooh, Sean, do you suspect the waiter? I don't. I don't think I suspected the waiter.
Yeah.
I don't.
What reason does he have?
Yeah.
He even
'cause-
returned the money.
Yeah, and also I guess for me, I did not suspect him because Bunny was he was one of the few people she was actually like super nice to.
Mhm.
So he wouldn't have a reason
To kill her.
to kill her, yeah. And then he even returned the money, which
Right.
was kind of like, why would you do that? Like, honestly, that made me a little bit more suspicious of him because
Why?
like, why would you do that? Well, I mean, he explained like, you know, I heard you guys talking at the restaurant, and I just didn't want to be involved. So like, I understand it when you like say it like that, but like, that's just so not New York. I would keep the money.
Really?
Yeah, what's she gonna do? Like, she's a dead woman. I have a dead woman's money. Like, what is she?
And
Like,
you have bills to pay?
Yeah, she can't. She got no bills anymore.
Okay.
But Sean, is the waiter a suspect for you? And if yes, why? I don't think the waiter fit the build either.
He was a little tall.
He was a little taller than the
Yeah.
than the build. I don't know. Okay, so now that we know that the detective Krebs is the glitter guy. Oh, sorry, one other thing. The knife
Mhm.
that Detective Williams took.
Yeah.
I want to see what comes out of that next episode.
Like the DNA or the
The
fingerprints. or
DNA, the
anything.
fingerprints, like just anything we can find on that. So that's one.
And also the matchbook, right? Where's that? What? I think the detective still has it.
Detective still has it.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
No, just I don't know.
What?
It's just so damn confusing. And then I was just thinking about the singing in the middle of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
So
The
the
What the
musical.
hell is
yodeling.
going on?
the yodeling. No, but also the thing is, it has to be like Detective Krebs should only be after the glory of solving the case. Like if he was actually the murderer, that would be honestly that would have been beautiful though. If they actually made him the murderer, that would have been beautiful. I don't think he is, but it would have been beautiful because he was there since episode 1.
Yes.
That would have been beautiful.
Wait, who did you say?
Detective Krebs,
Yes.
Oh, right.
right? Because he was there episode 1 interrogating
And
them.
he's been appearing.
Yeah, and he's been appearing throughout the series.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the killer. I think he's just thirsty for attention.
Yeah, he's the glitter. He's definitely the glitter guy, but yeah, that's about it.
And he's probably the guy who was messing around with the forensics case
Yeah.
and the cell phone. Tim Kono's
Yeah.
cell phone.
But why? Like, I understand why he's messing with this case. because he literally said something along the lines of like, this is my breakout case, or
Yeah.
like this is like the case that's gonna like make my career, basically, right?
Mhm.
So I understand why he's getting involved in this instance, but to say that he's also the reason why evidence was tampered with in Tim Kono's case is a little bit of a stretch.
I feel like him and Bunny struck a deal with that.
Okay,
That's still my theory.
okay, I get fine. Tell your theory one more time. I think it's dumb, and I don't think that's it.
Well,
but you
the
could tell
theory
your-
is that
tell-
Bunny wants to avoid any, high profile controversy in the building. For example, a murder instead of a suicide.
right.
And she was working with Detective Krebs to basically suppress the evidence and keep it a suicide.
But we didn't see that, like not even once.
We didn't see them interact, yes.
Yeah.
But maybe possibly the only case would be the cafe.
Okay.
So that's the only motive I can see them like interact, their relationship between Detective Krebs and Bunny. So something about that deal went wrong, and I guess maybe Detective Krebs looked for revenge, or
I don't think they have anything to do with each other. I don't think he has anything to do with Bunny. I think he just came in for the glory.
Okay.
That's it. I think somebody else had it out for Bunny, because they wanted her painting or for some other reason.
Well, I was talking in the context of the forensics stuff and this cell phone.
Right, and I'm saying it's two separate things.
Okay.
At least I think it is. If it ties together,
Yeah.
then it would make sense.
Yeah.
But I think they're separate for now. I think it's a really big stretch to say, oh yeah, he's been involved in like the Tim Kono case. No, I think they brought him in for this specific case, no? Because Detective Williams was on top of the Tim Kono case.
Yes.
Like, they never even brought him in until this specific season.
Yes.
So I think it's a stretch to say that he was involved in the last one when he didn't show up.
In the previous one, yeah.
Yeah, until this one. I think that's a stretch.
But it would be a nice tie-in.
It would be a nice tie, sure. But I don't think he has anything to do with Bunny. I think he's just jumping on the bandwagon to get some glory. That's it. Like, that's the simple solution. And I think the simple way is the best way right now.
Occam's razor.
What?
Occam's razor.
What's that? Is that a theory?
Yes.
I hate science.
It's not science.
Okay, so what's next? Oh my god.
Next
predictions.
is now
Wait,
that we know him. What?
So just going back to Detective Krebs for a second. So if we can all agree that he's Glitter Guy,
Yeah.
which I think it's true.
He
that
has to be
means-
Glitter Guy, man. There's glitter on the back of his ear. Who else could it be?
Yeah, but that also means that he works at Coney Island.
Oh yeah, that's confusing.
That's plausible.
Like,
Just
I
taking
guess,
multiple jobs.
So he's a detective
and
for-
also a
for the
security guard?
FBI and a security guard for Coney Island?
You don't really get paid really well as a detective.
Wouldn't you
Right.
get paid more as a detective than like a standard?
No, it's just like two jobs at once.
Oh,
Just,
Okay.
Just making ends meet.
okay, maybe.
So
Right.
he seems like financially motivated from that point of view. And also,
Okay,
he was working at
fine.
the chicken place, maybe? It was
What
a chicken place.
What chicken?
Oh, yeah, I don't know how that chicken thing came
What
up.
chicken? What
Because
chicken?
Mabel took his bag, and inside
Right.
the bag was a chicken cap or some chicken apparel.
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
I saw like a chicken logo.
Yeah.
It was like random as hell.
Okay, so I missed that. Is that might be important though?
It might be
Chicken
important. Yeah.
logo.
But it seems to indicate that this person holds multiple jobs. If
Okay.
they have that and also the Coney Island stuff.
Okay, maybe.
So what was your point, G?
Yeah, what was your point?
No, I just wanted to bring it to attention that, that if Detective Krebs is Glitter Guy, that means that he's a detective and he's also working at Coney Island.
Okay,
So-
great.
I'm just bringing that to attention. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess it could be a common thing.
Okay, whatever. Moving on. So
Maybe whatever.
Well, a lot of police officers could, double as security guards.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
yes, moving on.
Yeah.
Like what else is there to it? He has another job, so what?
The only connection I can think, like I said, is he's financially motivated.
Yeah, sure, that's
Yeah.
fine. So move on.
Yeah. So I think
Like-
that if that would play well with the Bunny and him striking a deal kind of thing, where she pays him money, he does some stuff, and maybe one day Bunny said, "No, I'm not paying you," and he said, "Okay, fine, I'm gonna kill you."
Wait, what?
Okay, can we move on?
Sure.
Because
Okay.
you guys are beating a dead horse.
Well, I'm just tying it in with what he's saying.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't agree with what you're saying.
okay.
Like, what G is saying is he has 2 jobs. Done. That takes 2 seconds to say. Why are we beating it for like 20 minutes, okay? And then what you're saying, like, I understand what you're saying.
Mhm.
There's no proof. So let's move on.
Yeah,
I don't think he even knew Bunny before she died.
Okay.
Like, that's, like, it's very, your theory could possibly be true. But your theory being true, like, the chances of your theory being true are the exact same chances as him not having any interaction with Bunny before she died. Like, it's 50-50. He might have never met her before this case, or he might have struck a deal with her before this case.
Yeah.
We don't know, so let's move on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there for the viewers.
All right, it's out there. Move on.
Okay, so I think the next step is they're probably going to go after Detective Krebs and try to see if there's any leads there. Probably confront him to some degree.
You think?
Well, I mean, he's really the only real lead. Like we've been saying the whole episode, they've been stuck.
Well, no. That's why I said, let's see what Detective Williams comes back
Yes,
with.
the knife thing. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think.
I don't think they're just gonna lay it there and say.
I don't think confronting him head on is the way to go.
Well, not confronting him, but like in some manner try to get to the bottom of it, because this is one of the few threads they can pursue after
No
this.
shit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
perhaps they tell Detective Williams and it becomes some kind of weird thing, and maybe he confesses something. I don't know. Perhaps we'll learn some more things about what happened.
Hmm.
What happened with Bunny's bird? Sean's asking. I don't think anything happened to it. I think it's still at Oliver's. I think
Yes.
it's still at Oliver's.
Has he been feeding
I mean,
the bird?
probably
He's
living on
always
the
out and
chips.
about.
Yeah, he's probably
He's in
living
New
on
Jersey, he's here.
the dips.
Oh, the dips.
Probably.
I don't know if the bird can eat dips.
I think the bird is definitely going to show up the last 2 episodes and like drop a bomb or something. But I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea who it's gonna be. It's a little frustrating because again, like I feel like so much has happened, but at the same time, absolutely nothing has happened.
I think the episode realized that. Like, they were literally saying that these people are stuck. So I think it's somewhat intentional in some way.
No, it's definitely intentional.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the very first scene when the fans were talking
right.
about the case, they're like, it's been 5 episodes of absolutely nothing.
Right.
Like, so yeah, I think they're
So
aware.
I don't think it's poor writing, right?
Right,
That's
right.
the cause of this.
Yes,
Yeah.
but because I have faith that it's not poor writing,
Uh-huh.
I feel like my expectations are very high for how they're gonna tie it all together.
In 2 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 episodes is a very short amount of time.
But then again, I mean, a lot can happen in 30 minutes, like
yeah,
we've seen.
but I mean, like 30 minutes to not only wrap it up, but like to put a bow on it, like that's tough.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
How they're going to top this, I don't know.
I don't
Let's see.
know. Like guys, I'm ready. Like I'm optimistic, but I'm getting a little frustrated. But I'm ready, okay, for them to blow my mind. Please. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask you guys now when I wanted to move on. I wanted to ask you guys, since there's 2 episodes left, we know the murderer of Bunny will be revealed, right? But who do we think is going to die next for season 3? Because you know there will be a season 3. Who do you guys think will
I
die?
have a theory. I have a guess.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think it's Howard.
You think Howard's gonna die?
It's either okay, no. I can't say for sure. Either Howard or Teddy.
Why? Why those 2?
So Teddy, from the viewpoint as in like, I feel like it could be they're dragging out the DNA test and then they're dragging it out, and then episode 10 they find out that Will is actually the son of Teddy, and then they go find Teddy and he's dead.
That would make Oliver look very suspicious.
Yep.
So that's
that is
actually a
one
good
theory.
guess. That's a good guess.
That's one guess, and then another guess is I think it could be Howard because they spent so much effort this episode
Building him,
giving him
yeah.
character development.
Yeah. That's fair.
I don't think it's one of the 3 main characters. If
No.
So, I mean, I think that much is clear.
No. You can't kill them off until one of them actually dies in real life. Like they're way too like integral to the story. Plus, like they're like A-list actors. Like they're not gonna lose their jobs. They're also the producers of the show. Like they're not gonna write themselves off.
Yeah. So I mean,
Too
those
early.
are the 2 characters that I think could be.
I think those are
Killed.
actually very good guesses, and I think it would be more interesting if it was the first one. If
Teddy,
it was Teddy. But
not Howard.
I think it would be more interesting if it was Teddy, but I could see them going Howard too, if like they somehow make us like him more. Like if it ends up being Teddy, if they end up murdering Teddy, the direction there would be basically a direct attack on the trio again.
Yep.
Tying them to yet another murder case, right? But if it's Howard, then I think there has to be even more character development the next episode to make us like really, really, really like him before we like, oh my god, they're gonna Game of Thrones it. It's gonna be Game of Thrones all over again. It's like, oh, as soon as you like a character, gone. Peace out. Lights out. Hello, darkness.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm leaning
The name of the
towards
episode.
Howard more than Teddy because I haven't seen Teddy in a long time.
We haven't seen Teddy in a long time, but Teddy's aura has been clouding the entire season in many different ways, right? First, his relationship with Theo, and then
Yeah.
his relationship with Oliver, where it's like, I'm gonna freaking kill you in the elevator or something. And then his relationship with potentially Will / Oliver. So, like, even though he hasn't really been here, he's like,
That's true.
he's been here the entire time.
Okay, so that could be
But how do we know?
Mabel is the prime suspect at the end of season 1, and then
Yeah.
Oliver's prime suspect of
End
season
of
2,
season 2, yeah.
and then Charles is prime suspect season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, end of season 2, and then Charles is prime suspect of season 3.
Yeah, that would make sense. That's poetry right there, yo.
But why can't they return back to like season 1 type of thing?
God.
What do you mean?
Like it's not really trying to frame the trio of anything. They're just trying to solve a murder.
Because I think though, at least what I think they're going to do is I think they're going to wrap up Bunny's case now, right? I think they're gonna wrap up Bunny's case, but it's gonna lead to like a new case.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's a murder, or like maybe they discover something else that like was uncovered while they found. But maybe you know what? Maybe it could be like they discover the murder for Bunny's death, and then they get clues for Rose Cooper's death, and then like season 3 they look into that. Like maybe
Right.
it's not a new death, but like either way, there's going to be a new case
Right.
for
No,
season
no,
3.
I agree. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
not necessarily like framing someone
No.
in the trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think it is.
Okay.
I think I agree with G. I think Teddy or Howard would be good options to kill off.
Okay.
It's
Wait, wait.
just-
So let me get this straight, Alice. What did you
What? Hello?
compare to last episode?
You cut out.
No, I said what? I said, what do you think of this? What did you think? Oh, sorry. I said, what did you think of this episode versus last episode?
What was last episode again? Oh yeah, them running around Coney Island.
Theo. Yeah.
I liked last episode better than this episode. And I think I liked last episode better than this episode by a tiny bit. And it's honestly just the fact that I really liked the choice, like the artistic choice of storytelling behind the last episode, where they had Mabel with all the puzzle pieces, like the flashbacks and then like the flipping over the puzzle pieces. I really liked how they told that story. This episode pacing was about the same, ran around a lot, like,
But it moved the story forward.
but it moved the story forward much more than last episode.
Yeah.
Yes, we basically crossed out 2 suspects
Mhm.
and found out who Glitter Guy was. So
Yeah.
yes, it moved the story forward. I don't know. Last episode I thought was just so artsy. Like I thought it was so deep.
Okay.
Why do you ask that? G?
No, I'm just. I'm honestly disappointed with
You were
this
cutting
episode.
out. You were cutting
thought
out.
last
You were cutting
episode was-
out.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, please start over.
I said I am disappointed in this episode. I was disappointed last episode as well, but I am equally disappointed in this episode.
Okay.
I think it moved the story forward, but it
Mhm.
was still a little messy and storytelling. There were unnecessary scenes that I didn't think made any sense. Or
Like what?
it just didn't seem to fit the moment.
Like
Like the
what?
fucking singing. Like the singing. I
Well, I think the thing you have to
the hell was
remember.
um
I think the thing you have to remember is at the end of the day, it's a comedy.
yeah, I guess. I think they handled the whole blackout scenario situation very poorly. I thought they could have done I feel like they could have done a lot more with the blackout scene,
Like what?
but it just seems like it like came and went.
Like
I don't know
what?
exactly what would help it, but I just feel they could have done more with the blackout.
Like what? There was somebody already trying to stab Lucy. Like what more could they have done? Like actually let him get her? Hello?
No, I don't. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just didn't feel
You just didn't feel what?
satisfied with the whole scene. Satisfied.
Oh. Okay, well that's not very helpful when you can't say what you were not satisfied with.
No, I told you what I'm not satisfied with. I just felt like it was just lacking in terms of how it contributed to the story.
You're saying like there was no point. You're saying like everything that happened could have happened with the lights on.
I mean, basically.
I would say that Jonathan and Howard's storyline would not have been able to happen with the lights on. And then also it created the opportunity for Marv to come in somehow. And like Marv could honestly be just something to throw us off. He could just be a red herring. Or he could play a bigger role these next 2 episodes. I think he's probably just a red herring. So I think the blackout is mostly just to introduce Jonathan and Howard's relationship, because that wouldn't have happened otherwise. So I think it's going to come down to like whether or not the blackout is pointless is going to come down to how big of a role Howard and Jonathan play.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I don't know. Just not very satisfied with the episode overall.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't understand what, like, for me, like, I'm not satisfied with the fact that I have no idea who done goofed. Like, I don't know who did it. That's what I'm frustrated with. I'm frustrated with the fact that I don't know who I think is the murderer. Like, I have nobody.
And they did it well, right?
Yeah, right. Like, I have nobody on my list. That's what I'm frustrated with. Like, I have no idea who did it. That is what I'm frustrated with. What you're frustrated with is, I think, just, like, impatience, maybe. Or you just don't like the genre?
Yeah, well, I don't know, Jay. I mean, like, the fact that we don't know who did it and it's hard to come up with suspects, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing.
Well, unless that's what they were going for.
Like they were trying to make you feel as stuck as the trio is.
Oh.
That kind of frustration.
Oh my god, so the wall that was put up is a literal metaphor for the wall in my brain.
Yeah. In the tunnel, right?
Yeah, the wall in the tunnel where they just gave up and sat down and started singing.
It's like, what else are we gonna do?
Crap!
I have no clue.
That's beautiful and annoying at the same time. It's like, shit.
If it's that, then fine.
You're right.
If it's that, it's fine.
And
Yeah,
oh my god, you're right. I'm pissed now because they do this to me on purpose.
Play you like a fiddle, but I don't
Oh
know.
my
Maybe it's just, not the type of writing you like, right?
Yeah, I guess it should just be called a show. The show should just be called Red Herrings.
Or blue balls. You don't know.
Blue.
It's just I
The
don't
show
know.
should just be called Blue Balls.
Jeez.
That's good. What?
Over the past week. One thing I did think about over the past week is that we are watching this on a weekly basis.
Right.
But commonly, like me and you, Alice, we like to binge shows.
Oh yeah, I only binge.
So if we binge this from episode 1 through 10, I feel like the experience would have been very different.
Well, I mean, that's what we did for season 1. Season 1, we binged episode 1 through 10.
So you
Right.
think it would be better or worse?
Better.
I think it would be better
It would be
because
better.
of all this bullshit.
It would move a lot faster. But I mean, like, better in terms of what though? Because like season 1, we watched all 10 episodes in one go, right? And it was less frustrating because things moved faster. And obviously that's gonna happen. We didn't have time to like think about, oh, who did it. It was just, let's watch the next episode, bitch. Like,
Play.
oh, let's keep going. Let's keep
Yeah.
keep going. Like, we didn't have to like think and like contemplate and like theorize, Like, of course it's gonna be different.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like when a weekly episode comes out and it barely gives you anything, then you're just like, what the fuck?
Right, but some people like this discussion portion of it. Some people like to theorize and like have like guesses about what's gonna happen next week,
Yeah.
You negative Nancy.
Look, I'm gonna trash the show until they fix everything.
Until
they
the mystery is solved.
No, until they tie all the pieces together. But like if they don't tie it well and it's like if the clues were there in the first place
And we just
and we just didn't notice,
Yeah.
then fine. But if they're introducing new shit next episode and episode 10,
yeah.
then I just feel like it's not a good mystery.
No, I'm with you.
right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I mean, like, I like the fact that season one, the bassoon cleaner was there
Yep,
all
I
along,
love
right?
that. I love that. Yeah.
So that's great, but like, if they can't do that with this season, then it's a bad season, in my opinion.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they will be able to do it.
Yeah. So let's see, right?
Yeah. So let's calm down before we start trashing anything.
We
Yeah, I
won't
don't know.
know until we get to the end, and then we'll decide,
Yeah.
right?
Honestly, I don't know why I expected myself to be able to solve this case. Since last season, I didn't figure it out until like
Until it was in your face.
well, last season I literally did not figure it out until like halfway through episode 10 when Jan literally said like, "Yeah, it's me." So I don't
Yeah,
know
the thing
why
with
I
the thing with
expected.
the thing with last season though, like,
Yeah.
there were only so many characters that you would suspect. Like, Jan was a recurring character, so it made sense. But like right now, who are the recurring characters?
There's a few.
Who?
There's a few.
There's a lot.
There's Howard.
Yeah,
There's
but
What?
huh?
Your mic.
I said of the people we named as the top suspects right now, who are they?
there's Will.
Yeah.
There
Well,
is
dude, I literally told you I don't have one. But there are reoccurring characters.
Yeah, but in terms of the top suspects, I would think like, okay, fine. There's Will. There's Cinda.
Dude, but Jan was never a top suspect for me season 1. That's my point.
Yeah, but
She was never on my radar.
I'm just talking about recurring characters.
Yeah, there's a bunch of recurring characters. There's Cinda, Poppy's recurring, Detective Krebs is recurring, Will is recurring, Demas is, both Teddy and Theo. There's a bunch of recurring characters. Marv, there's a
Yes.
lot.
Right,
Nina?
right. But I think we canceled a bunch of them out, right? We canceled Marv. We canceled Nina. I'm pretty sure we canceled out Krebs.
Right, but anybody who's canceled can be uncanceled any second. Like Jan, season 1, I think there was like a split second where I was just like, Yoko, don't break up the band. And I'm like, why is she so involved? And then she got stabbed in the back, and I was just like, oh, she good. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like anyone who you've crossed out can be uncrossed at any second.
That's true. Up to the last second.
Up to the last second until they admit that they did the crime. I will not know.
I guess I just don't like the fact that they introduce a bunch of characters and then we don't see them for a long time.
Okay, it only feels like a long time because we're watching weekly.
Yeah. If we binged it, I feel like it would move like
Faster.
like season 1 fast.
Yeah. Like season 1, I was not this frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so that's I don't know. I mean, Cinda and Poppy, I feel like I haven't seen for like 4 or 5 episodes at this point.
Right, but again, if you watched everything in one go, that would have just been like an hour of you not seeing them.
Okay, fine, but this is meant to be a weekly show. I don't know. Maybe I have to I wish I could cancel my memory of season 1 and watch an episode, one episode per week, and see if I felt this frustrated.
I promise you, I would. I don't know about you, but I know myself very, very well, and I would be just as pissed.
Right.
I am a binger, and there's a reason.
Well, I mean, I feel like season 1, you wanted to watch the next episode. It wasn't like you felt like, oh, this is a good place to stop.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
I felt like they
But
had
that's
that
the same
momentum.
with this. But that's the same
Yeah,
with this season.
exactly. It's the
Every
same
single episode, I'm like,
Is it the same with this season? I feel like after each episode, I'm like, I don't really care to watch the next episode.
okay, so maybe you should stop watching the show if you hate it so much. Because after this episode, I definitely wanted to see the next episode.
See what's up.
Like-
Yeah, after last episode too. Like, what's up with Lucy? This one's like, what's up with Glitter Guy? The one before that was like, what's up with Mabel stabbing people? Like, what's going on? Like every single episode has a cliffhanger. Like it's not fair for you to shit on it this much. Like you can't say like really think about it. Like after like the ending of each episode is a cliffhanger. You don't want to watch the next episode? Sorry?
No, I don't really care about the next episode.
So why are you still watching?
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
feel like I could just stop.
Yeah, you can stop if you don't like it that much. You know that, right?
I really don't like the show. I think it has been shitty storytelling this season.
Okay. Well, let's see if your opinion changes after the last episode. Perhaps they will satisfy the itch, of closing some of the threads.
Well, he's saying there's no itch at all. He's saying he doesn't even care enough to watch the next episode. So I think he should.
Well, I will feel more satisfied if they tie it together at the end, but it doesn't discount the fact that there's a bunch of stuff that I didn't care about in the episodes.
All right.
Up to date.
We're talking in circles, so I'm just going to end it. But like if you don't like the show, stop watching it, bro. Hello?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like you're like if you really don't like it, like don't watch it. Closing thoughts?
Let's see what happens. Glitter Guy. I want to see what Detective Krebs has to say if they confront him in some manner or fashion. Maybe they'll provide that story as like a, no one's confronting him, but there's like a backstory to his actions.
It's actually really easy to catch him because even if you don't want the even if you don't have the glitter, like even if he's like washed off the glitter, his arm is like proof.
Yeah. There's
So
no
it's
way it's
like-
going to heal.
Yeah, so it's like really, really easy.
Right.
All right, that's it. I'm ending it.
The comment?
I'm not reading it. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Episode 9.